Hello Gemini, welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 5th through to the 11th of June. Yes, welcome. Hope you have a lovely reading. Your monthly readings come out and also the collective readings come out as well, which I'm calling Joyous June. And I'll tell you what, everyone, before I start here, everyone seems to have had readings where it's like, it's almost as if we're learning how to be joyous again. This week here in particular, everyone seems to be learning that process. You know, we'll see how it goes out here. What's your overall energy for this week here? Fair exchange. Yeah, being absolutely, you know, being fair to yourself more than anything. By the way, happy birthday. Sorry, I completely forgot. I was just about to say we're going through Gemini season. And yes, you are Gemini. So happy birthday for all of those of you who have your birthday this week. Start off by being nice to yourself. You know, and once you've got enough and you've got enough energy, enough time, enough effort, enough money over, then you can start giving to things that you want to give to. And, you know, you can even lend a hand to things that you're not really concerned about. You know, but make sure you get your fill first of all. And that could be a fill in, you know, make sure you've got enough energy, time, effort and everything like that as well. Make sure you've got that for you and your project and your life. I think that's a really important, I think that's the basis of learning to be joyous, basically. Karmic mission on your relationship side. You carrying too much? Are you trying to carry everybody again, Gemini? I've told you about this before. I'm not going to tell you again. Yeah, so it might have been a long and arduous year. I think it's been long for everybody, 2022. You're now stepping into 2023. It starts from your birthday. That's according to the Astroflower. The birth of the Northern Hemisphere is on the 21st of December. So it starts from there. So you know, the year that started from the 21st of December, that's the year we're going into. And it is a year of realization about doing things, about being happy, about truths and stuff, living your truth. Well, not necessarily living your truth, but living the truth, basically. So your karmic message here on this week here is, don't carry too much. Make sure this is like, you got the six of Pentacles there, and you can well see he's handing more of his pentacles to this side here than he is to this side here. And you know, you realize this. If you realize this, you're going to be so much better with yourself, but also better with everybody else around you. And then on your karmic mission, you've got that Ten of Wands. Of just a 10 of Wands is like at the end of something as well. It's like you've accumulated a lot and now it's time to sort of like shed your load. You can't carry those 10 wands at the same time. You know, use 9 of them to put up those healthy boundaries and take 1 and head off down the road that you want to be heading off down. You know, hello. This is Harry, by the way. This is Cheryl's dog, friend of ours. So yes, Harry, it's nice, but I'm actually doing a reading. So excuse me, if it's all right with you. What's over there? Go and have a look at the horse. Well, it's not going to happen, mate. It's not going to happen. Go and sit down there. There you go. Good boy. Go on then. Good boy. So yeah, try not to carry too much. Oh, we got Cody that's come back in here now. Yeah, you two go and play somewhere. Yeah. Go on then. Go on then. Where's everyone? Go on then. Go and get them. So yeah, try not to carry too much. Basically, that's I think in regards to your relationships. In the universe here, if you're not carrying it all, then therefore you can share your love with everything that is around you. That's what the universe is trying to tell you here. And it's time to do that. It's time to connect your love for life, which I know you have, Gemini. You have this beautiful love for life, and it's now time for you to share that love with everyone around you. Stop hogging it all. Stop keeping it all for yourself, Gemini. Share that love out there, you know. Get in, you know, allow it all to happen. Allow that beautifulness, allow that joyous June to happen in your life. It'd be really good. So the universe is trying to encourage that within you. Temperance. You're not the only one to get temperance in that position. Several people have had it in that position. And temperance is, you know, she's spilling, you know, she's pouring water from one cup to another. So it's very much a joyous card as well, but she's not, that water's not really going anywhere. And, you know, and I think it's a time of sort of saying, okay, you've been patient enough now and it's time to get on and do. I think it's more that than anything else. I think these are your past guides that are trying to influence your karmic path here. And they've said, you know, you've accumulated, you've been patient enough, now it's the time to act. I think it's more that. There is a degree of being patient with yourself and patient with other people that are around you. And then you get the Page of Wands in your future self. This is what sort of like your guides of how they're trying to egg you on. What did I say earlier on about that Ten of Swords? Plant those, Ten of Wands, sorry. Plant those 9 wands in the ground as healthy boundaries so you don't go back to the old ways of doing things. Take that one wand off and that King of Wands and just heading off. And the Page of Wands is about, you know, pages. Let's just get on to pages first. Pages open the path and the possibilities of the future, of the pathway in front of you. Okay? Once you open that pathway in front of you with your passions, then the Knight of Wands can come through and secure that path. And then once the path is secured, then the King and the Queen of Wands, the leader, can come through. And that's what you're setting up here. I think you're setting up your joy and happiness that is in your life. And you've been patient about it a long time. And it's now a time to allow your passions to start opening up the path or the possibilities with relationships around you in order for it to be, you know, in order for you to actually live your passions in your life. Okay? I think that's really important. And it starts with you, with the 6 of Pentacles. On your financial side, you get the Tower in your karmic mission. Obviously, it could be something you have to deal with, say, like with a, you know, like losing a job or losing a business or not being able to do a project or something that comes in from the outside world which affects you. That's one possibility. And that could well be for some of you. I think it's a realization. So I'm just trying to get the most as I can off of this. I think this is a realization. I think if you do exercise that righteous path of the 6 of Pentacles, I think you're going to realize a lot of things within your material life. There are old belief systems that you kind of think, you know, I've worked really hard for a company all my life. And they're you know, and they didn't give me the pensions that I got, and I've realised a lot of things that I shouldn't be giving everything away to that company for them to give nothing back. You know, I think it's that sort of realisation, I think, more than anything else. I don't, you know, obviously for some of you, yes, you could be losing a job, but you could be losing a business. If that is the case for you, I would look at it like this. This would allow you to spend more time on you and what you want to do. And you will be able to open up the, you know, amazing possibilities within your material life. Because all of a sudden, that's the thing with the Tower. Once the Tower is destroyed, all of a sudden you got, you know, you got a lot of space to rebuild something new. So whichever way it is, I think it comes out as a reorientation of your life in a very positive way. And you get the Hermit card. And you get the light pebble that goes with it. So you get the Hermit card. The best thing about the Hermit is, you know, I explain it a lot like this, is like the Hermit goes up the mountain. And that mountain can be obstacles as much as it can be your objectives in life. And the mountain goes to go through the cloud level to get up to the higher levels of the mountain. And when they get right up to the top of the mountain, they understand the mountain. They understand the obstruction or the objective that they're going for. And with that understanding, they can use the energy of that mountain to project them that little bit further, and they can pluck that star out of the sky. The light pebble just went on the tower thing. We'll come back to that in a second. But they can grab that star and put that star in their lantern, so it can be their guiding star. It's within you, and you can express that in your life. And that's what the universe is trying to say to you to do. It may be sort of saying you've got to. It's almost like it's almost as if like the karmic message here is you've got to understand how to create a situation which clears space for you in order for you to live what you want to live. And that may mean having a bit of a tower moment and creating a bit of a tower moment. And there's nothing nasty in that at all. It's just maybe realizing within you that, you know, I take that example of you're working for a business and that business is not appreciating you. And that's that tower moment. That's that realization within you. And with that realization within you, you kind of go, well, in that case, I'm only going to do the hours that I'm actually contracted to do. I'm not going to go the extra mile. And because you don't go the extra mile, then the company's going to kind of go, oh, wow, you know what I mean? That's going to create a situation. And that's that tower moment. I think it's all positive here for you. I really do. You get the Two of Pentacles. Yes, this Two of Pentacles ties into that Six of Pentacles. It's deciding what you spend your time, money and effort onto. And I think it's what you've already realized within you, because this is where your past guides are trying to influence you. And your past guides have told you what the score is. And you should be concentrating on one thing at a time, doing one thing after another. Very methodical. You know, the Hermit card is not a fast card either. And it's when you start concentrating on one side or another, one thing or another, there is lots of possibilities within your life. You know, it's also a decision to go towards your dream or go towards your goal. You know, you're going to have to actually go towards it as well. And I think that's where it ties in with the Hermit card as well. Let's just see what's going on in your future self. You have the Chariot. So it is obviously going quickly. I think this week here is about that learning of being joyous. And as it goes quickly, you're going to sort of, you're going to realize there's things that need to change within your material life, within your job, your business or your projects, in order for you to get the best out of life. So you're getting, you're getting out more than you put in. So you're profiting from the job or the business or the projects. Like everybody, that's evolutionary. That's the sort of how it works. You know, you've got to put in, it's like the universe is when you put in energy into the universe, you put in, say, like 1 and you get back 10. You know, that's how it's supposed to really work. But, you know, the human system doesn't quite work like that, as I think as we all well know. And I think these changes are coming into your spirit in regards to your job, business or project within the working life that is around you. It's really coming into you quite quickly. And it's giving you a very balanced view of how to achieve things in life. And if you concentrate on one thing or another, I think this tower moment is giving you clarity. That's what I think it's doing more than anything else. Yes, it can be quite a bit of a shock, a bit of a bolt, but I do actually believe it's actually creating a lot for you. And then you get the Page of Cups up the top there. Page of Cups is, you know, it could be, as I said, if let's say, like, let's take your financial side, because that's where it seems to be mainly more than anything else. On your financial side, or your business and your job and your project, you know, if you turn around and you sort of said, I'm only going to do the hours I'm supposed to do, I'm not going to do the extra mile, then your company that you're working for will suddenly start turning around and saying, do you know what, at Gemini, we probably need to, you know, in order for them to do the extra mile, we need to give them a pay rise. And it's their thinking about you. It's a similar sort of thing which you get from here. Once you start letting go of all that things you're trying to carry, trying to do it for everything, and you start radiating that love that is around you, and being and actually activating it within your life, being patient with yourself, and being patient with the world around you, and engaging your passions, people are going to start looking at you in a different way. It's almost as if like you are that fish in that cup, in a way. That's how I sort of feel like. And you're opening this path, and people are looking into you almost like as like they've got desire for you or something. But it's almost believing as well. And because of that, because you are looking after yourself, you have this aspect of all of a sudden, you know, miracles can happen. You can really dream about it. It'd be absolutely brilliant. It'd be great. I think you'll really enjoy it. You know, yeah, it'd be really good for you. So yeah, let's do a bit of clarification with the light seers. Knight of Cups. I think once you start, it's like an incredibly good friend of mine, a dear person to me, said, I've got to respect myself before, you know, I feel like I'm being respected in the situation. And therefore I've got to respect myself out of it. And I almost feel like, you know, once you start doing that, people give you respect. This is what this person was trying to say. An absolute beautiful sentiment. And, you know, because you've given over or made sure you're okay, people will be bringing things to you out of this whole sort of thing. Here we go. 10 of Wands there is clarified by the 6 of Pentacles. I've explained about the 6 of Pentacles, and it's just sort of saying that's where that fair exchange needs to happen. I believe it needs to happen on that side. I also believe it does need to happen on your material side as well, yes. But I think it's really, the karmic message is really on the relationship side. With the Queen of Cups, you have the 7 of Swords. Playing smart. The 7 of Swords is anticipating situations and disarming those situations before they happen, so then you don't have to deal with it. And that's the best way in order to do that, is let your love shine, basically. Let your love shine. That's be the most intelligent thing you can do. With the Temperance card, you get the Devil. Yeah, is it temptation? Possibly. I also think it's a case of, you know, realising that you've got to get on and do. You know, was it the devil's work is never done? Is that what they say? You know, and I think that's a little bit for you as well. If you're too patient, if you're mulling it over too much, the devil can get into your thoughts. You know what I mean? So I think here is a case of, like, you know, get on and do, basically. Get on and do. Allow those passions to flow through you and connect with everybody that is around you. And yeah, once you do, you get the 6 of Swords here. So you've got 2 6s on here. And you've got the karmic mission, which is the 6 of Pentacles. And it comes out with the future, the 6 of Swords. So there is a transition. So once you start respecting yourself, you will be heading towards calmer waters. That's what it's doing. And life is going to take you there, because you do get passionate about life, and you're allowing your love to shine. I wouldn't worry about other people, basically. You know, you've got to live your life, Gemini, and you're going to live it with other people that you love living with. That's the thing about it. With the material side, you get on your karmic mission the 8 of Swords. I think this is, as I said, I think it's a realization in you that's sort of saying this situation has to move on. This situation it has to change. And I think this is what the Tower moment is. It's going to free you up. So on the surface, it may look bad, or it may look like disappointing or whatever, but overall, I think you're going to realise it's kind of going, do you know, just as well that happened, or just as well I realised that, because now I can move on and do what I want to do. With the Hermit, you get the Ace of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card to have on there. A lot of luck once you start, sort of the universe is trying to encourage you here to follow your dreams and to allow your dreams to be your guiding star, to allow your dreams also to be that light that sort of, you know, that helps other people to understand life, a little bit of a teacher sort of thing. And the Ace of Pentacles is bringing in a lot of luck for the starting of a situation. That ultimate seed that you can plant, that eventually it produces more seeds in the future, and then before you know it, you're doing 20 hectares of strawberries or whatever it is you want to do. You know, it's that sort of thing. It's starting, you know, a forest starts from one acorn in a way. That's the sort of scenario here. And you're getting that golden acorn that's the universe is trying to encourage it in your life. Well, look at this. With the Two of Pentacles, you get the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is normally, it's a crossroads, like the Two of Pentacles there. So I think it's like what you concentrate on your time and effort on will make things go very quickly, will bring you lots of results, good results. But in order to do that, you need to see everything that is around you. Don't go into things like matter of fact or obligations, because you'll only find yourself in the Eight of Swords situation again, where you'll find yourself cornered by, because you didn't look at every possibility that is around you. And start investing your time and effort into you to start with, more than anything else. With the Chariot card, you get the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I think there's loads coming up your way. I think there's, you know, I think this is what you're opening up. You can open up for you in your life if you just start, you know, putting yourself first. It's not horrible. That is not a nasty thing to do. You know, obviously, there's a big difference between putting yourself first and walking on other people so you get a better view. You know, there's a big difference. And I don't think you're like that, Gemini. I don't think you're going to walk on people in order to get a better view. But I do believe you should, you know, you should make sure you're okay, you know. And with the Page of Cups, you get the Four of Pentacles. It's ultimately learning about joy and being joyous in your life is going to transform yourself into a scenario where, yeah, you may get offerings of love in your relationships. That's definitely, that comes out in the Page of Cups and the Four of Wands. You know, that's what you could be doing, especially because you've got the Knight of Cups as well, which is offerings as well in there. But you need to position yourself. That's what I think here. There's a certain degree that you need to position yourself, basically. Yeah, and on your material side here, I think you need to, things need a bit of a shake-up. It's the start of a whole new cycle for you. It's your birthday season. It's the start of a whole new year. Start as you mean to go on, sort of scenario. So there you go, Gemini. Don't forget, I've got that live reading coming up on the 11th of June with Veritas Tarot. And you'll find a link in the description below to that. So I'll see you over there for that. It'd be absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much for your support for this channel. And, you know, for being there, basically. Without you, you know, I'm nothing in a way. You know, I do obviously healings as well and stuff like that in my life, but I do love doing this channel. So yeah, thank you very much for being here. Don't forget, your monthly readings are out, collective as well as your individuals, and I will see you soon. In the meantime, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.